Alright, hello YouTube. This should probably be my last video game collection video. Possibly, hopefully. Anyways, these are Neo Geo Pocket Color games right here. I'll just go through them and that's that to start out with. I can't find my Neo Geo Pocket Color. It's got lost somewhere throughout all the moving we've been doing throughout the last couple of years. That one had my copy of King of Fighters Round 1, and, well, whatever happened to it, happened to it. There's Gals Fighters. I think they should consider doing a game like that again. That was actually pretty cool. I have actually 2 copies of this one. Let me see, where is it? Fatal Fury. Okay, Fatal Fury First Contact, which is actually just a smaller version of Real Bout. One of the copies I bought it without the box, and the other one I managed to find the box. So now I have 2 copies of it. Yeah, it's pretty much Real Bout Fatal Fury 2. King of Fighters Battle of Paradise, rare game. Usually you'll see it for about $40. I managed to bag it for about $20. Not a good game. Not a fighting game. It's more like, it's a board game type of deal. Like if any of you ever played Anticipation on the Nintendo. Samurai Showdown 2. Samurai Showdown 2. Which is actually not Samurai Showdown 2. It's Samurai Showdown 64. You know, the one with the bosses Yuga, and you had Asura and Shiki. The Match of the Millennium, SNK versus Capcom, the original SVC Chaos game. Pretty fun. Could be a pain in the ass to unlock all the characters, though. King of Fighters R2. I was never able to unlock the final fighter on this one, which happens to be Rugal. They say every time you fight a boss as a mid-boss, you should unlock it. Well, Rugal was never unlocked. Okay, we have, and the last one we have is SNK versus Capcom Card Fighters Clash. This is actually the Capcom version, not the SNK version. The original Card Fighters. Okay, now we get onto this stuff. If it has a manual, I'm not going to open the case. But I saved a bunch of DS cases, and this is what my games look like, considering the fact that all my boxes were lost through the years. Despite also with the fact that this house was knocked down and rebuilt. By the way, I'm watching one of my favorite movies. Check it out. There's a piece of the Protector. Awesome movie. Tony Jaa. If you guys haven't heard of him, I suggest you go and check out some of his movies now. He's a badass. Okay, anyways, we'll start off with, oh, by the way, there it is right there. There's a copy of it. That's on Bach 2. Now, Final Fantasy Adventure. Some of these Final Fantasy games are really okay. This one will remind you of some of the old age, how do you call it? Some of the old age Zelda games. It's not a bad game. These can be a pain in the ass because the weapons that you get, this one and Final Fantasy Legend 1 and 2, because the weapons you get, you have to constantly be rebuying them. Because a lot of them have, all of the weapons in armor, or all of the weapons in the shields have, where you have a limited use. So, okay, you have a use on a dragon sword, which is 30. Once that 30 is done, that sword's broken, you're fucked in battle. So you gotta really be careful. This one, okay, I have it marked. Oh, that's Final Fantasy Legend 3. When we used to have a card shop around town, this is where I got this from. I got this from one of the card shops that we actually used to have. Got it real cheap, $5. Okay, here's 2 copies of King of Fighters 95. King of Fighters 95. Of course, as everybody knows, I'm a huge King of Fighters fan. This part's sick. Check it out. He's battling. He's battling an alligator. Watch him pull that bitch out and kill it. Oh, never mind then. It's not there yet. He's trying to crawl out. Never mind. Let's get back to work. Mortal Kombat. The original Mortal Kombat. Matter of fact, what a lot of people don't know is if you beat this on hard, flawlessly, you will fight as Goro the next time around. Here's Mortal Kombat 2. Here is Pokemon Red. I have 2 copies of this game. Funny, you know, I used to carry all my games when I'd go on the bus to, how do you call it, to California. I used to go there a lot because my mom was up there. One game was given to me by a friend in town. The other game was given to me by someone that I was going on the bus with. There's the other copy. Here's the other copy. Here we have, that's Pokemon Blue. Or no, I'm not gonna open it, but that's Blue. There's Ring Rage. It's not that great of a game. I pretty much just bought it for the hell of it. There is Star Wars, the original Star Wars game for actually Nintendo. I actually had this on Nintendo too. It's a pretty rare find, especially if you find it on Game Boy. This one we have here is Super Mario Land, the original Super Mario Land for Game Boy Advance. Game Boy. And WWF Warzone. Actually had that game 3 times, but I don't have my PlayStation copy anymore. Okay, there's Blade, Game Boy Color. Dragon Ball Z Legendary Super Warriors. It's more of a card game type of deal. Driver. I think a lot of you remember Driver. Duke Nukem. Actually pretty fun. More fun than the actual other games. Okay, here's one. I used to have the manual. I don't know what happened to it, but ECW Hardcore Revolution. Cool thing about this game is the ring ropes for championship matches. The ring ropes were replaced with barbed wire. This is actually a bootleg, but I heard that you can actually find copies of King of Fighters 96 for Game Boy Color. But anyways, it's a bootleg copy. It's actually just like the actual game. Not all the characters. This one's actually a copy of 97, but you know, it's a bootleg copy too. So what they really did was, it's not a 97. You're not going to fight Orochi in it. You're going to fight the same bosses as in the 96 and 95. So technically, what I just said, this is not a 97. It's actually 96 and 95 and 96 combined. That's what they did. Not really 97. You can see it in there. That's the King of Fighters 2000. I don't know where they get off with it, but all it really is the same thing as the 97 version. Metal Gear Solid. This is actually a fun game. It's based on the first game that they created. There is Mortal Kombat 4. NBA, you can see it in there with Kobe Bryant. NBA 3-on-3. Pokemon Gold, you can see it. The gold. There is a Street Fighter Alpha. Actually, I'm missing a game. I don't know where the heck it's at. I don't even know if I boxed it yet, but I have Killer Instinct, the original Killer Instinct on Game Boy. Anyways, I better cut this video now so I can get on to another one before I go too far.